Hello my friend, and welcome back to our home and a new spring refresh where we're doing a little entryway makeover, cleaning through the house, and I got the urge to purge here, so we're going to be doing a little maintenance decluttering session as well. Before we get into that, we are jumping right into the refresh. For this entryway makeover, we went to Benjamin Moore and grabbed their aura paint in the color onyx for painting our door. What was supposed to be just the exterior door turned into quite the DIY project. I feel like once I get the itch to switch something and there's a paintbrush in my hand, nothing is safe. Let's just say I now want to paint like our entire house black. I don't think I'm going to, but I would like to. Sneak peek of the door. So I just finished, actually it's literally still wet. Just finished the third coat. It ended up needing a third one as there was just like some odd patches here and there that just needed that third layer. So we did that, and this was not in the original plan, truthfully, but my husband and I really want to paint this side too, so I'm gonna go ahead and prep it and wash it while the other side is drying, and hopefully get the first layer on so that I can get a second coat on like later tonight and get it finished. I am so freaking excited. It's kind of just like a gloomy day, as you can tell the lighting's not very good, and so we may as well just get painting. Also, look at my broken candle. That's been unfortunately like tipped over and have fallen off the table so many times, so don't judge what's going on over there. Let's just focus on the DIY project. The front door is finished and I love it so much. The paint went on so beautifully. This was 2 coats on this side, like the interior, and we did 3 on the exterior. As you can see, this is a true black. This is the color Onyx by Benjamin Moore, and we got their aura paint. Honestly, so good. Again, application was so seamless. Probably the nicest paint I have ever used. When I first put it on, it was looking a little bit like charcoaly bluey, and in the sun it almost does still kind of have it, but it is more of a solid black. Regardless, I absolutely love the color and how it turned out. Here is the exterior, and I absolutely love how it turned out as well. The black with the gold. We originally were going to do a gold handle, but we kept our eye on one for literal months and it just would not come back in stock, and we wanted it like we've waited so long already, so we ended up getting the black, and I actually really like the black on black. So we got that, as well as our ring camera from Lowe's. I will leave them both down below. It was so handy to be able to shop online and just like go pick it up in store. Highly recommend doing that from Lowe's, and yeah, it's just so much better than trying to search for it in the stores and try and find a rep. Sometimes can be difficult no matter where you're shopping. So I don't know, I just love online shopping. It's so much better. Anyway, back to the door. Absolutely love it. Now I want to paint that or replace it for like a more modern one. It's not really in the budget right now, so we'll see what happens. And then we are seriously considering painting these doors now. I'm not sure if this would be like too bold to paint black, just like the door, not the trim, just the door. Let me know, do you guys think that we should paint them black or just leave them white? Not the most aesthetic, but we ended up having a cooler day and had to move this from the garage into my office. I didn't quite get a before, but this is the after of the shutters. They were like a yellowy kind of greeny, I don't even know what color. It was awful. And so we ended up painting them to match the front door, and I cannot wait for them to dry. They are still wet. I legit just finished painting them, but I cannot wait for my husband to get these back up tonight and then I will insert the footage of it after. It is officially that time of the year where I start to deep clean areas of my home that I don't clean very often. So we're gonna see some very satisfying cleaning and decluttering motivation today, as well as I'll be sharing some simple home tips that I've learned from my hoarding to minimalist-ish journey. And of course, I'm using all non-toxic cleaning products today. So if you do like this kind of content, definitely subscribe, because I'm going to be taking you through doing all of those deeper spring cleaning tasks over the next few weeks here, as well as sharing my professional cleaning tips along the way. With the Entryway refresh, I thought it was the perfect time to kind of start in here. So you see me decluttering and going through these top baskets in our mudroom. We each have our own basket, and it contains seasonal items, but of course with my hoarding tendencies, some other items have made their way back into them. So I'm just removing those items that do not belong and either decluttering them or putting them back in their proper homes. While I don't consider myself to be like a full-blown minimalist, along my simple home journey, I've definitely adapted a lot of minimalism ideas. And an example of this would be this maintenance decluttering session. Once I came to the understanding that everything in my home is something I have to clean, care for, and maintain, I started being very intentional about the things I allow into our home, as well as I'm constantly doing maintenance decluttering sessions. And while I'm not perfect, and I, again, still have some of those hoarding tendencies, like putting things in baskets rather than putting them in their proper home, I've become more aware of all of this, and I tell you this in hopes to inspire you and also just be a little bit more relatable in showing you this side of me that you probably wouldn't have known, and just my simple home journey. We are all about progress over perfection here. I also put away all of our winter gear like snow pants and whatnot, and pulled out all the spring jackets and other rain gear. I figured while I had those baskets down, I may as well dust up top there, as it's not something I do very often, and a lot of dust, dirt, and sand accumulates in that area. So we hammered those tasks out. Another deep cleaning task that I don't do very often is windows. While I didn't get to cleaning the tracks on this day, we do end up cleaning a lot of the windows, both interior and exterior, in today's video, which leads me to a spring cleaning tip. I like to do my spring cleaning on more of a task by task basis. So for example, rather than focusing on one room and deep cleaning it all at once, which I do recommend doing this if you have time for it, but I simply do not. It's more so for bigger areas like the kitchen, but instead the solution for me has been that if the task is, say, me cleaning this window, while I have out my window cleaning system and squeegee for like the spotless tree-free windows, I just work my way through the rooms, cleaning all of the windows. Today we stick to just the main floor, and yeah, that's kind of my method to my madness. I hope that that makes sense, but let me know in the comments if you have questions. Moving into our main living space, I had some general tidying to do in here, and I wanted to lightly dust our new cabinets and shelving, as well as my mirror. If you follow me over on Instagram or LTK, this is where I take all of my selfies and outfit of the day photos, and the mirror was so dirty. You may or may not notice, but my decor situation is a little drunk right now. I have a mix of like winter, spring, and who knows what else, as I'm slowly transitioning my decor to spring, and I also just got a ton of new spring home decor in, as I actually didn't really have much. So let me know if you'd like to see a haul, and I can definitely share that in a future video. I did share a sneak peek and behind the scenes over on Instagram, so if you want to see that, make sure you're following me over there. Now, another cleaning tip is to ensure that you dust prior to going in with your surface cleaners. Many people go straight in with a spray cleaner, skipping this dusting step. In doing this, you are essentially turning dust into a damp mess that spreads around instead of just simply removing it. Dry dusting ensures that you are picking up dirt, pet hair, and allergens and all those things effectively. And I know it seems kind of counterintuitive to like add another step, but I promise you it will actually cut down your cleaning time. Just trust me on this one. These windows were absolutely filthy, and it felt so good to knock it off my to-do list. Same with our back window in our dining room, which we'll get to really soon, but I'm not even kidding. The next day, my daughter took it upon herself to wash the windows after being inspired by me doing it, but instead she took a dirty broom that she found outside. So now I need to do it again. This isn't mom life at its finest. I don't really know what it is. Now, I got those tulips there that I just showed off of Amazon. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before, but I do love how they really brighten our home. I've been moving them around our house the last week trying to find the perfect spot for them. So stay tuned, as we will be decorating for spring in the upcoming weeks as well. Now, all of that to say, I'd love to know, what kind of content do you prefer to see? Is it cleaning? Is it decluttering? Is it decorating? Is it like a mix of all of it? I'd love for you to let me know in the comments what kind of content you prefer, as well as if you have any specific video ideas or questions that you'd like to see from me. Our dining room hutch is a hot mess express, and one area that I've actually really been struggling with, truthfully, these cabinets are still empty. I thought I would love having the additional storage, but after that we got the cabinets in the living room and we simply just don't need that storage, and I find it's just kind of turning into a drop zone and dumping ground and a dust fest. It's also feeling a little crowded, but it feels like really bare without having it. So I don't know, our dining room is not very big, so it's very difficult to find a hutch that's narrow enough. Truthfully, I'm just at a loss with what to do with this space. So if you do have any ideas, I am open to them. I have considered adding a bench there instead. That would obviously act as additional seating when we're hosting large family gatherings, which is only like twice a year. Or do I just like leave it blank? Maybe add like, I don't know, something to the wall sconces, some art, like, again, I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud, but if you have any ideas, let me know. I wish I had time on this day to clean the window tracks, as this is something that's been bothering me on my silent to-do list. So if you are needing some satisfying before and after spring cleaning content, I got you. It's coming, so be sure to turn your bell on so you're notified when that video goes live. All of that to say, I hope that you enjoyed today's motivation as we try to get a head start on those spring cleaning tasks. We're going to break it down to keep it easily manageable. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week for a new motivational video, another spring refresh, and a spring cleaning checklist. Bye for now.